How's it going?
All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Stand up! Stand up!
Shot, shot, shot!
Really, AI? Get your mind right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
AI, get your head in the game. Deep breaths. Keep on moving, gentlemen. I see
see
you
you
out
later,
there
man.
doing work. All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus, focus! Hey, keep the ball, huh? Get it! Box out! Good shot, good shot! Yeah, let's go, let's do it!
You'll get the next one. Okay, keep it moving, fellas. Come on now.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI. I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Hey, keep the ball, huh? Get it! Shot, shot, shot!
Poetry in motion, AI. Now we're rolling. Nicely done, AI. Way to go.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, AI. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Good shot. Good shot. Watch out. Yeah, let's go. Yo. One more. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go. Practice how you play, guys. Come on.
Hey, see you later, man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here.
Like in fast track, I remember all them days I was broke, but I'm past that. Get the job done with a long backtrack. He just working out like it's Baghdad. Like Mad Max, we dressed out on. Put that vest down. Like a young, fresh out. I bring the jet up on the kid. I bust. Like an office dread. Money on my mind, all I think about is bread. And tell yo, off my she just tryna give me a budget young. Sick with it like 40, 350 Yeezy boots. It ain't Roshi on my back, so I'm tryna bust down on road. Leave my son, mom, everything. I treat it like a.
Oh, say does that star.
We are in Orlando, Florida, as the Magic are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Suns will end the road trip here before heading back to Phoenix. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
And they're 1-0 against them this season, and this is the final matchup. So a little bit of extra incentive tonight, knowing they have a chance for the season sweep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whether it's 2 games or 20, you love to go unblemished against any opponent over the course of a season. Of course, the opposite is just as true. Getting swept is no fun at all.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Ayton is out there with Parker, and it's Rubio in at the 1. And the front court matchup, definitely, Clark, one to watch. It could be a battle of wills tonight in this one.
I agree with you there. They both got tremendous skill, but it comes down to the mentality. And I'm interested to see who actually wins the battle of wills, asserts himself the most and most consistent.
Sometimes it is the battle more than just what you got talent-wise. It's what you're thinking upstairs, your focus, and how you approach it.
Yeah, the mentality, and sometimes being physical starts with your mentality.
Warren, good.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Fultz, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Lets it fly from 18. Brown, good.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Back to Rubio. Tries a 3, drills it from outside. Rubio's got his first 3 points of the game.
On the finishing end of the catch and shoot, Rubio trying to become a better all-around scorer.
And that one drops.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now here's Parker. 9-point game his last outing. And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
Put it simply, Parker is an outstanding player. I mean, somebody who puts the team ahead of himself, and all this guy wants to do is W-I-N.
Now, here's Fournier. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Now, here's Rubio, guarded by Fultz. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. There's the pass to Warren. Orlando grabs the miss. The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten a win.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
No good from Booker. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Brown over Parker. Here's Gordon, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he's one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gordon. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Fultz. Down low, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, and Jackson has a lot of bounce to the ounce now. Outstanding at finishing with strength at the rim.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Igor Kokostov and I got a chance to talk for a bit.
They won the first game against this team, but he is not taking anything for granted. He wants his players to be even more assertive offensively this time. He said, I think we can dictate things a little more. Maybe force those guys into defensive matchups they dislike. Find points that way. Well, we'll see if they can do that and go up 2-0 tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Yeah, I echo that, Greg. I mean, if they come out here as the aggressors and really get after it, I think it'll make things that much easier on them defensively.
Now, here's Bridges. After the miss from Brown, Jackson gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Brown kicks to Grant. Back to Brown, over Jackson, and it's Brown that time on the assist by Grant. 9 points for the kid.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
My, oh my, did he ever flush that one hard?
Making a big-time statement.
No backup in his game right there. Boom.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back. On the floor for Orlando. Here's Brown. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Shoots over Warren. Brown, good. Brown's got 13. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Brown in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Parker with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Great open look there. He's got 5.
This is a part of the floor that Rubio can exploit. The in-between area.
Here's Brown. And it's Orlando with another.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Rubio right side. Now Booker. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic leading by 3. Here's Brown. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Warren kicks to Rubio. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio, the great vision. Then no hesitation on the delivery.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here. And they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Inside. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Warren.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Booker looking around. Pass to Warren. And it's blocked by Brown. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Magic lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Second half underway. Here's who Igor Kokoshkov's got on the floor. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Parker out there with Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He ended up with 50 points, and he was locked in with a strong shooting night from both the floor and the free throw line. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that high, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Talk, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverly, how about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Mozgov, he's checked in for Vucevic. Jefferson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Frazier, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Fultz. Time now for an injury report.
He told me that he's having back spasms. We're giving him some painkillers as well as some ice. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Brown kicks to Isaac. A three-pointer off the mark. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Pass to Brown. And that's off the glass and in. Brown's got 21. And it's the Suns with the ball. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Frazier outside. Kicks it to Brown. Shoots over Bridges. Rebound by the Suns.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
They get it back.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
With a tie. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 6.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Brown, true on the 14-footer. And the Magic lead by 2.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Fultz comes in for Jaren Grant. That bucket in no time at all. And now it's up to 25 points for the kid.
Yeah, but he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Six to shoot. It's rebounded by Fultz. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brown drives in. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. His defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Bridges misses. Magic leading by 3.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
Here's Jackson, and the shot is long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Brown outside, and he's good on the 3 ball. Brown's got 15 points here in the second half. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we'll be right back after this. And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
That was all decision making. Great job with the personnel. We didn't get spread out, and we ran down the rebounds. Those are ones we're going to get. We got to get those long rebounds.
And Steve Clifford emphasizing hustle, especially with respect to rebounding.
And, you know, teams are addicted to long-range shooting nowadays. That leads to a ton of long rebounds. And if you don't pick those up, it puts you at a disadvantage.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Fournier out there with Fultz, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And it's the Suns with the ball. They trail by 6. Okobo guarded by Fultz. Shot clock at 3. High post shot.
And the massive size of Bamba, it can be intimidating. When he enters your peripheral, he alters shots by his mere presence.
And it's Gordon missing.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
Back to Parker. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bamba's shot is off. Suns trail by 6. Okobo off target with his 3. Magic have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. 17-foot shot on the way.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Rubio misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Got that one up quick. Brown's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Magic. And the Suns call time. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Igor Kokoshkov coaching his team during the break. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Warren. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
And Booker kicks to Warren. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
To the paint, here's Warren. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Brown. Over Warren. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Out to Parker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Booker. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, the kid.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. On the wing, Brown. Over Jackson. But they get it back. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is one of the most aggressive and best rebounders in the association.
And Booker kicks to Jackson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Outside Fournier. Down low from 13. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the top of the key, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower. And Orlando called for the foul.
And, you know, Kevin, when you're guarding Josh Jackson, you've got to know he wants to drive it and get to the foul line. So you've got to be cautious yet aggressive.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
On the wing, Brown. Over Jackson. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Now here's Fournier. Brown wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back in my mind. Like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
And so they foul intentionally. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Timeout called. The Suns, they're behind by 6. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And taken away by Brown. And so they foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
And, Kevin, that's why so many folks are so high on Jackson. I mean, he is uber confident and willing to take these big shots. Man, you love a guy looking like that.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. 19 seconds left in the fourth.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Gotta let it go fast.
It falls!
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
So the Magic win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, it's just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Great game, guys. AI, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, Charlie?
Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. You guys pulled out a nice win. Congratulations. What were you focusing on late in the game to protect that lead?
Man, focus? Shaq, when you as talented as I am, you don't need to focus on one thing to protect the lead. The fans know that. I thought you knew that. But if you didn't, I guess you do now. Anyway, most important thing is that we got that W. Thanks, man. See ya.
How's it going?
All right, AI. I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh? I see him. Shot, get shot.
We'll get the next one. One more.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Keep it going. All right, on to the next one.
Hey,
It's
see
good,
you later,
AI.
man.
All right, AI. I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Focus, focus. Hey, who's watching him? Call up. I got him.
Now we're rolling. Just like that.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, keep it moving, fellas. Come on now.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, AI. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, who got him?
bust today, AI. Better be working up.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Who's got ball? Let's go. Hey, he can ball, huh? Deep breaths. Keep on moving, gentlemen.
The NBA 2K20 demo gives you early access to the My Player Builder, a brand new way for you to begin your My career. As always, you can start off by grabbing the My NBA 2K20 mobile app and scan your face into the game. Once your appearance is set up, it's time to hit the builder. Now you can grab a quick superstar preset.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Toronto Raptors. Looking at the last game for Toronto, it was a win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's
No
Kevin
fear,
Harlan.
Ernie.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here in Toronto as the Raptors look to work the home court advantage. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. You look at the Magic. Guys, what a terrific start to the season. They've really been getting it done early.
Yeah, and looking to stay unbeaten against this team. A win here would get them off to a 2-0 start in this 4-game season series.
You know, they really dominated aspects of that first matchup, and a victory tonight would keep the momentum going in their favor.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Brown at the small forward. Scores for a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice in the locker room, not overreact to mounting frustrations, and just calm the nerves of the young players. It's important to keep your unity in tough times.
What do the coaches always say? Don't let go of the rope. Everybody's got to pull in the right direction, same direction. Don't let go of the rope.
Great point, Kev.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors are gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Siakam. Leonard with no one around. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. The shot, no good. Gordon with the defensive effort. And Fournier kicks to Brown. Shoots over Leonard. Brown, good.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. What he said they're concerned with most is slowing down transition. He said those guys can cause problems if we let them get on the fast break. So stopping space and pace is priority number 1. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Well, Serge Ibaka has been willing to become a modern NBA stretch 4. You have to be able to shoot the 3, and Serge is willing to follow the correct trends of the league. You love the adjustment.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Lowry kicks to Siakam. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Leonard after the miss from Brown. Connects from three-point range.
Well, for all the talk about the accurate shooters in the league, give it up to Kyle Lowry for his precise passing ability.
Outside Fournier. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Orlando. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, the Raptors. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for the Raptors, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the offseason, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
Some changes for Toronto. Laverne, he's checked in for Ibaka. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Harris. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Vucevic. Bamba comes in for Aaron Gordon. Frazier, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Fultz. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Brown missing.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Drills the three-pointer. Lowry's got 5.
It took a lot of work for Kyle Lowry to become this dangerous from three-point land, and downtown is one terrific option among many for this guy.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And let's take a look at Kyle Lowry's numbers. Just an incredible month of basketball. Right around 21 points per, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Count it.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. The Magic shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And the second free throw, good. Raptors leading by 10. Feeds it to Laverne. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Magic have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Brown, good. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Lowry against Frazier. Out to the right wing. Here's Van Vliet. Buries the long-range jumper. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Toronto ahead. They lead by 13. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the pioneers of Canadian basketball, like Vince Carter.
Vince Carter really changed the game of basketball in Canada. He created something that is forever lasting, and I think the game of basketball in Canada owes him a lot because he really brought the buzz to the game of basketball in Canada.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And the Raptors with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Laverne. Pascal Siakam comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Leonard, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Evan Fournier.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
And so in the game for the Magic, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Grant. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Now Lowry after the missed 3 from Brown. 3-pointer. Lowry can't get it to go. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And it seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, you know, I didn't sense any urgency on their part. They did just enough to win, but I don't think they can come away feeling great about the way they did it.
Out to the right wing, Anunoby. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Anunoby's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Grant surveying the D. And here's Brown outside. That doesn't go either for Brown. 3 seconds left, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And 11 points for Leonard.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game, and that pass, that was pretty.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Raptors out in front, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Greg, there's no doubt. This guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
They've got Lowry, also Devin Harris out there. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Suns was a driven man. He had 41 points, and he seemed to have a hand in all the big defensive stops, putting up good numbers in both the steal and block columns. He absolutely stole the show. It felt like he was everywhere all the time. It'll be interesting to see how he follows it up, Kevin.
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
And it's Lowry penetrating, lays it up off the glass. Lowry's got 7 points. You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you've functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Laverne, he's checked in for Ibaka. Tolliver comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Devin Harris. And the kid picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's VanVleet. Frazier covering. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Laverne. Mozgov with the block.
Well, the strength and the length of Mozgov make him such a force defensively. That led to that block.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Brown wide open. He fires. Can't hit from the elbow.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
VanVleet looking around. A floater. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Kicks to Tolliver. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 8. Here's Laverne. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Laverne's got 8 points.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Brown, Lowry has the open look and another basket for Toronto.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
On the wing, Brown deflects the pass. Looking to get it going. Nice touch on the bank shot. 9 points in the game so far.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Here's Leonard. They get it again.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
And here's Brown outside. It's good from long range.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Here's Van Vliet. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. Hits the outside fadeaway.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And so it's Toronto, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And he's checked in for Mozgov.
Joshua Brown.
And so in the game for the Magic. And the pass to Jefferson. Shoots. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Jefferson. 14 points for the kid.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Lowry kicks to Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Brown right side. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down or they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Outside Lowry. Ibaka right side. Over Jefferson. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
And it's Brown missing. Toronto's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what you love about watching OG Anunoby? You feel like you're watching a vet when you watch this guy. He doesn't seem to get rattled in pressure situations. This guy plays like he's been in the league for a decade.
And the Magic making a change here. Martin's checked in. Toronto with the ball. Outside Lowry. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Siakam. Bounce pass from Lowry. Clock at 4. Shoots. And the jumper falls for him. And Doris for Anunoby. He has said he felt like he could compete with anyone.
Well, to me, Kevin, that's part of being able to be the defender he is. He's got strength and quickness to match up with most wings in the league, but confidence is critical.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Lowry. He's tightly guarded. He kicks it to Ibaka. Pass to Anunoby. Tries again. He can't get that one to fall. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Leonard.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Kept alive. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Aaron Gordon can be a dependable rebounder when he puts his mind to it. Nicely done.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
But they'll get another chance. Goes back up. And it's Brown missing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever